Hi Andy, this is Archana. I'm the principal of Slate the school, and from today on we are going to learn communicative English. So first of all, English ani manam annappudu, what is the first thing that comes to our mind? Obviously Great Britain, America, all those countries where people speak English very fluently. But have you ever thought why Indians cannot speak English as fluently as those in the so-called Western countries do? Well, the reason is very simple, Andy. English for us Indians is a second language. Obviously, because India is a diverse land with diverse languages. So each one of us has our own mother tongue, and then we learn a second language, that is English. Basically, when we learn a language, what are the different skills that we have to focus on and how we are supposed to learn a language in the right way? In our episodes here, we are going to learn to deal with English not only as a second language but also try and get proficient with the language. So coming to the concept of learning a language. When we learn a language, when we learn our mother tongue, what is the first basic step that you and I do? The first thing that we do when we learn a language is we listen. The next thing is we speak. Then we learn to read. And finally, we move on to the last proficiency skill, that is write. So this is what is called the LSRW skills when we learn a particular language. Now coming to the importance that each of these skills is given in language learning, I'll explain that to you in the form of a diagram. That is, it will become very easy for you to remember. LSRW. We have already understood that L stands for listening, S stands for speaking, R stands for reading, and W stands for writing. But most of the second language learners of English, their main focus is in the reverse order. They first aim at learning how to write the language, then reading absolutely zero. They want to speak, but they hardly listen. Now let us understand this in terms of how we teach our children how to speak a mother tongue. ఒక చిన్న పిల్లాడికో చిన్న పాపకో మనం ఇంట్లో భాష నేర్పించాలి అంటే ఏం చేస్తాము? అప్పుడే 1.5 years నుంచి పిల్లలు మాట్లాడతారు అంటారు కదా, బట్ 7 months 8 months నుంచి వాళ్ళకి ఐడియా ఉంటుంది, వింటారు శబ్దాలు. అప్పుడు పిల్లలు ఏం చేస్తారు? వినికిడి. దే లిసన్. మదర్ చెప్తారు, ఏమని చెప్తారు? ఇట్రా నాన్న, ఇట్రా నాన్న. సో విత్ యాక్షన్స్ we develop the listening skills of the child. Alage, when we learn a second language or when we try to learn a new language, let me not use the word second language, let me say new language. When we learn a new language, the first basic idea, the first skill that one needs to master is the skill of listening. The more you expose yourself to the vocabulary, the more you expose yourself to different accents, different genres of speaking any language. For our focus, we are talking about English, but for any language, it is the first skill that you need to focus is on listening. Vinna tarvata em cheyali, daniki follow up undali. So what is the follow up of listening? Speaking. When we speak, we know, we understand whether we are speaking it in the right way or not. In our mother tongue, nobody tells us feminine gender ki avida anali, male gender ki aina anali. Who's told this to a child? Nobody. It has come automatically to the child because of this primary skill, the skill of listening. Then the child begins to speak. So when you learn a new language, the first skill is focus should be on listening. The next focus is on speaking. When you listen, then you speak the right way. After you learn how to speak, you combine listening and spoken skills and you move to the next skill, that is reading. Reading literature, reading newspapers, reading books, reading any piece that you come across in that particular language. And finally, you write down to express yourself, to express your thoughts in that particular new language that you are planning to learn. Now, imagine if I invert this pyramid. Writing, reading, speaking, listening. This is what we do when we try to learn a new language. ముందుగా మనం ఆల్ఫాబెట్ నేర్చేసుకోవాలి, ఆ భాష ఆల్ఫాబెట్ నేర్చేసుకోవాలి. దాని తర్వాత అది చదవడం, ఆ టెక్స్ట్ బుక్నో లేకపోతే ఆ పుస్తక న్యూస్ పేపర్నో చదివేయడం వచ్చేయాలి, మనకి బాగా చదవగలగాలి. తర్వాత మనం ఆ భాషను నిరర్గళంగా మాట్లాడగలగాలి. విదౌట్ ఎనీ ఫాల్టరింగ్ యూ షుడ్ బీ ఇన్ అ పొజిషన్ టు స్పీక్ దట్ లాంగ్వేజ్ లైక్ ఎన్ ఎక్స్పర్ట్. Finally, you go on, or rather there is absolutely no role of the listening skill. Can a pyramid, if you invert it, can it stand, sustain? No. మనకు తెలుసు ఒక పిరమిడ్, ఒక ట్రయాంగిల్ నిలబడాలంటే బేస్ పెద్దగా ఉండాలి, పైకి వెళ్తున్న కొద్దీ పీక్ అవ్వాలి. సో ఇలా మనం ఇన్వర్ట్ చేస్తే మనం లాంగ్వేజ్ నేర్చుకోలేము. ట్రెడిషనల్గా, కన్వెన్షనల్గా చాలా చోట్ల ఫాలో అయ్యే పద్ధతి ఇదేనండి. This is completely wrong when you are learning a new language. To learn a new language, the most important aspect is concentration or focus on the LSRW skills.